Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. Uh, we have in our previous session we discussed about the employee master data entry initial startup, in which we showed you how you can populate the data in the list box directly from the sheet. All the data is shown so that you can choose from that sheet the data from the list box by clicking on it, and then this data is going to be responded to you, I mean, so that you can make the changes in your selected data, right? So far, we have been able to do it to use the multiple forms, and in one form it is displayed, and in other form it is going to be edited, right? So let's do startup so that we so now we are going to show you first of all what we are going to achieve. Later on, we will develop it that how to do it and make a nice editable form for uh, for making changes in the employee master, either adding a new record or an existing record can be amended. Okay, so the process is the same, that you log in into the system with the proper permissions, and then you click on the employee master, and here you have these things in which you can make the selection. Yeah, if you select this thing, until here you means this was shown to you, and then as soon as you click this verifying that this is the right last name coming in here, so this is going to be responded back, means it is going to be given to the next form in which your selected data is shown. So this is our target, means all the things in here to achieve it, and we will show you, we will do it from the scratch so that you know how to do this, and so what are the do's and don'ts, and how efficiently and professionally nice manner you can achieve this thing. And there are so many new things which you will learn in. So don't miss this session. Your attention, the more attention you have, the more learning is going to be, and more productive will be the session for you. Okay, so let's close it and see it another. So if you click on class, and just go to point. Okay, so let's develop it. So for this, you have to go to this form and see that what happens when we click on this button, right? Okay, so click off. Now I'm going to the developer mode, that is Alt F11 will take you to the code, and then in the code you will, this was the form you were clicking, and this is the list box in which you were clicking, right? On this click, you are being given the access to the new form through this one. Okay, so for data entry sheet, we have made a data entry, DES means data entry sheet. Okay, so we have named it such that so that this can be used in all the data forms. So it's a common form for data entry sheet, be it the employee, be it a product or customer, or inventory items, whatever, right? So data entry or data editing is done on a common sheet. So let's double click on it here. We showed you this form until here. Let's remove it so that yeah. So this was our previous state in which we did the previous session, right? You were seeing that whatever you click in here in this, and that jumps in into here, and it equals you it here. So this form you are going to design with me, and we will implement it. So okay, so we have removed these items, and we will show you how to do it, right? The first the thing is that you add a form. The DES was not there in our so far learning. So DES, to create a new form, you always go to the insert and go to the user form. The new form comes, and then in the new form, when the new form comes, then you click on the new form, and then you change the name, appropriate name. So we gave it DES. That's it. And one thing extra we have done is that all our forms have to be show module false, show model false, right? It is means the modeling of this form have to be false. Otherwise, you won't be able to switch between first form to the second form, right? So you have to keep it false. Normally, it is true. So for that, in our case, we need this to be false so that we can use multiple forms. Okay? So the same thing we have to do in the M form as well. If you go to the M form, you will say show model false, right? It is normally true. Okay. So by making it false, you are telling to the computer that you would be needing both the forms to be open simultaneously at the same time, and you can switch from a parent and child form manner, right? When you click on this form, a child form, that is DES, is going to appear, right? So if you go and click on this, double click it, and you will see that DES is here. This is now a child form, right? And when you go to the DES, then in the view code of this form, you will see the how you are going to initialize it. Okay. So so this was our, this is the code which we are going to introduce you, right? We will talk about all these things. Our last session was until this, right? It was like this. Okay? So, so the first thing we have to do while initializing this is look at in the EMP sheet, the employee sheet, and see that how many columns are there which we want to make editing and etc. Yeah. So it is from A to R. Okay, so A to R, right? So, and while doing this, we keep in mind that later on we develop such a form that we can use not only for employee but also for the product, because this is also all the difference is that sometimes R it is less than R, means uh, R isn't there, so it is less than M. Okay, so the product, the same form can be used for the products editing, in fact. The same form can be used for example, the inventory. Yeah, inventory. Yeah, it is until I. Fair enough. And the same form can be used for so many other things like supplier, for example. Let's go to the supplier. Yeah, this is the supplier. So instead of employee, it will be so it will be supplier, and it is also going unto the R. So so we have started with the keeping in mind that we will write such a form, we will develop such a form which is not only going to help us in employ, but also in so many other forms in which data um, editing is required, or data update is required. Right? Okay. So let's get back to our form in which we are initializing it with these. So these are going to be the labels, right? And these are going to be the edit box, each time one item at a time, right? So this is edit box, this is the label box. So let's go and see into the form here. Say when we see the form here, when we, for example, this is our test form. When we see the form, what we do is we make a label. We make a label. How to make the label? We need uh, this toolbar. Yeah, we say Hatola group. Yeah, the tools. In Urdu we say Hatola. Yeah. So the toolbox in which all these tools are there. So here is the label. We click the label here, right? For example, like this, and then it automatically takes this to a label as a 20th label, because 19 have already been done, right? And when there's no label, it is going to be label 1, right? So we are going to make a use of this functionality, and this will save our time. We will show you shortly. Okay, so this is label there. Now in this label, you want this to be auto size true. So another thing you need to do is word raw, the word wrap that is I show you here. This is yeah, sorry, word wrap. If you go to this, we click down. We have to make it like this. You can move it here and see. Yeah. So this is the word wrap, the very last property of this link, right? And this is true, so you have to make it false so that it does not keep on uh, uh, wasting the space of the form. So it will keep. We want to secure the length, not the width. Okay? The width we have enough, but since we have to accommodate all these things downwards, so we would like this word wrap to be false. Otherwise, it will anything longer than this winter, it will keep on wrapping it from downwards, and that's going to be a problem for us. So this is how we have done. Okay, fair enough. So we put it here. Right. Now, what we have to do is we have to do the do's and don'ts. What is that? That keep the auto size true and keep the word wrap false, right? And that's so this way we have done this. And how to add this what we say, the edit box. This is edit box, right? The same thing is here. The text box, that is text box, right? And the text box, you click here, you put in here in front of it, right? You know, these dots, these are very useful dots. You know, this help you align it where you want to put it, right? Right. So you can size it so that it does not uh, uh, inappropriately sized. So you can size it also. So these dots are very important, right? The same thing is here, that in the auto size you make it true. Hmm? Auto size you make it true, and auto and the word wrap to be false, right? So this you will do. This we have done. Let's check, is it rightly done or not? This is text box 2, fair enough, and it is auto size is uh, here it is false, but it is made true inside the code. No problem. Word wrap is normally it is here true, but in the code we can also make the changes in them. Okay, so let's get you aware of this. So this, I just wanted to tell you the details of how we do this. Okay. Now, to bring them back into action, so we are taking it into our target form, right? In which there's no label, no text box. So let's click paste here, right? Now, we have pasted it from here and we align it. These dots are helping me that these are properly placed in the form, right? So that's good. So another thing, you can have a button, for example. You can have a button here. Okay, I'll just put this. Okay, and you can change the caption. Okay, or done. Okay, okay, that's it. So that's all you need. So you have entered all this. You can make a note of it that this is label 2 and this is text box 2. A, why it is we have there, because we are in the caption we have A, although its name is label 2. Its name is label 2, but its caption is here, is A. We have put it in there, A, so that this reminds me and reminds us that the thing in the column A is going to come here with this is going to be the label, and this is going to be the value. Okay, fair enough. So we have developed the target form, and this is going to be a common form for data entry. All right. So the next thing we need to do is go to the initialize form, right? At the moment, it is just taking the some text from the previous form, the parent form, the employee form, right? So okay, no problem. What we do here, we start writing the code so that all the labels are being properly labeled, right? So we do this thing. Let's start with the first part. That is, yeah, wait. So it is doing the two things. So first of all, a control name. Since the form has different controls, the names we have seen that the labels are label 1, 2, 3, 20, so forth, right? And the text box are like the text box 1, 2, 3. So then this part of this the numerical part, that is we are making use of I. I start with the 2, right? Since the first thing is 2, right? Right. Okay. The next is we are doing this auto size going true and word wrap false. Okay. And then we are making the caption. Normally it was a caption A, B, C, D. Now it is being overridden by the employee sheet A1, then B1, then C1, and so on, right? So offset is means how many rows down. So here 0 tells that don't go down, means A1, right? And it's I minus 1 tells you if it is 2, then 2 minus 1 is 1, right? So go move column 1. Okay, so this will be column 1 taken into the consideration, right? And that is going to be the caption and so on. So this is going to be populated. The form is going to be populated, right? So let's quickly run it. We are running out of time. Actually, we are supposed to make very short videos so that in uh, we cover up most of our topics within the right time, okay? So that we don't make our people who are watching, they learn quickly within a shorter limited time. Okay? So let's run our form. So F11. Yes, we are going to run this. We can run from here as well. Okay? So that's it. Now you selected it as it, okay. There is a message box which is telling you the last name of it, which is taking the last name into it. That means, wait, you are right. We will remove it. Means that was just for explanation how the item from one form is passed on to the other form, right? So the company is company, the last one, and it is all auto size, right? And these are editable, right? You can make changes here. For example, you want to enter a mobile phone number, you can enter it 9221094499126, whatever. Okay, you can write all these uh, into your form, and this is how this is the data is shown, and that data is shown which you have selected from the previous form, right? But you see that the last one is this, and an extra item is shown, right? So since we are making a general form which is going to be used for so many other purposes, so we need a section here which removes any extra display of the fields. Huh? So what we are going to bring the final part of the code. So what we do in here, we go to Alt 11, and in this initialize form, we write the comment here that hide any other extra controls, right? If there is any extra control, so we are taking it to tentatively say 26 items, right? Okay, and as soon as there uh, any new or any surplus control found, it is just making it invisible. Visible is equal to false. So that this is for labels and this is for text box. These are being false, right? So now if you run it this time, you will not find the extra thing here. So let's run it. Yeah. So we use this. Click OK. The photo is going here, and the extra, any extra are removed. So I hope you enjoy it. In the next section, we will further enhance, make the enhancement, and please do like our videos. That will give us a moral boost. Yes. Thank you very much.